Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's broadcast. I was trying to set up and ensure the connection was okay. Welcome to today's broadcast. You are welcome. You are welcome. I can see Jefferson. You've joined. You are welcome. You are welcome, each and every one of you. Today we're going to be discussing on big data strategies. Big data strategies for business. And my name is Niyi Moluga. Our website is www.sgdatanet.ng and our email is on the screen. So the name of our company is Southgate DataNet. Southgate DataNet. What is Southgate DataNet into? Southgate DataNet. What is Southgate DataNet into? We're into consulting, training, and implementation. It's an IT company, an analytics and data company. And what are some of the trainings we offer? We offer training in the following category: training in business intelligence, training in Oracle Business Intelligence application. We offer training in Oracle database. We offer training in SQL. We offer training in Power BI, database fundamentals, Tableau, Excel, and some are not written on this advert you are seeing. We offer training in data analytics with R. We offer R is a very, very good language when it comes to statistical analysis. We offer training in Hadoop fundamentals also. This graphic is a bit old. We offer training in Oracle Business Intelligence. Oracle Business Intelligence, it's a robust enterprise application, and it's indeed an business analytics tool, very robust. All right, so you can visit our website to have a look on some of our services, some of our products, and some of our trainings that we offer. So once again, you are welcome to today's discussion. It's going to be a short discussion on strategies regarding big data. All right. So what are the two ways big data can improve our business? I've carved it into two ways. It's either big data or data generally helps you in decision making, or data help in day-to-day operations. You know, we are living the era of you just relying on your guts just to make decisions. Nowadays, you need to harness the power in your data. Let the data make the decision for you. Let the data predict the outcome. Follow what the data has given you. So it's either you allow data to help in the scheme of decision making, or you allow data to be able to predict your day-to-day operation in your organization. One thing you should know is that if you want to use data, you must start with a strategy. What data you gather and how you analyze it will depend entirely on what you are looking for, what you are trying to achieve. So you need to have a thought about this from the onset. Having a data strategy will definitely help you and help the whole process. It makes the whole process run smoothly. And when it comes to allowing data to help us in our organization, there are some people you need to put into consideration. The key players, you need to carry them along. The decision makers, you need to carry them along, because without their input, all your efforts as an IT guy or an analyst will not be fruitful. So you need to carry the key players along, the decision makers in the organization. You need to let them buy into your idea, into your proposal. And one thing you should also know is that, like any other business, things may shift or evolve in any way. You may find out that the data that you have gathered point to a new set of questions, or can lead to you modifying your existing strategy. If that happens, I'm going to give you some steps. You just follow these simple steps. We revisit these simple steps of data strategy and continue to reevaluate on each step as we discuss. All right, so we are moving to the first strategy. There are 6 strategies involved, and we're going to move into the first strategy. The first strategy, I call it, what do I need to know, or what business problem do I need to solve? What do I need to know, or what business problems do I need to solve? Here, this is the first step. This is the first strategy I expect you to follow. In every organization, we have our goals, we have our objectives. What are your objectives in your organization? Your objectives, your goals will determine the kind of data you need. At this point, you have to think about the strategic priorities that you have laid out for your coming months or years. You need to define what it is you want to achieve, and then think about the big unanswered questions you need to answer to deliver your strategy. In short, what I expect you to do is that you need to work out what it is you need to achieve through your data. What do you want the data to achieve? What are you looking at? Are you looking at reaching more customers, or to have a better understanding of your current customers? Or do you want to determine where the best locations are to provide your service or sell your products? These are some of the objectives, and it has to pertain to the organizational goals. That will pertain to your organizational objectives. That will determine the kind of data you need. So the second strategy that I want us to look at is, what data do I need to answer those questions? Once you have decided on the goals you want to achieve, once you have decided on why you are gathering the data, you need to know the second strategy, which is, what data do I need to answer this question? You've laid down those questions. The next thing is to think about the ideal data that you want to answer the question. Once you have identified the ideal data, you need to look inside the organization to see whether that data you have, whether it's data you already have, or you look outside your establishment, whether it's a data you can get outside your establishment. But you need to remember that the only thing you need to look for is the data. And how do you get this data? Some of this data could be domiciled in our repositories. Some of this data could be online. Some of this data could be gotten from surveys, online surveys, or from your research you do, whether online research or Google, you've done some research on Google, or you have some data readily in your organization. These are areas you need to look at and see, these are the kind of data I need. These are the kind of data I need to answer that particular question you have set in the first strategy. All right, we move to the third strategy. How do I analyze my data? How do you analyze your data? Once you are clear about your information needs and the data that is required, you need to define your analytics requirements, such as how you will turn your data into insights that can help answer the questions and achieve your business goal. How you will turn those data into insights so that you can answer the question and achieve your organizational goal. Traditional data collection and analysis is one thing, such as maybe point of sale transactions, website clicks, people that clicks on buttons on your website. Those ones is one phase of data, but there are much data that lies in unstructured data. such as email conversations, such as social media posts, such as video content, and so on. The goal is combining this complex data with other traditional data like transactions is where a lot of value lies. But you must have a plan for this analysis. You might need to combine unstructured data with your structured data, and doing this, it's not that easy. It takes a lot of, a lot of planning. you know Definitely there are a lot of information from unstructured data, and this is where you need to be able to intelligently combine your structured data and unstructured data together so that you will be able to achieve the goals. So we move to the fourth strategy. The fourth strategy is basically telling us how we will present our insight. This is a very, very important step, because you might have done a good presentation, done your analysis, answered the question, come out with a product or come out with a procedure. But how will you report and present your insights? That is a very important thing. Your data is definitely useless if the key insights from that data aren't presented to the right people in the right way. In order to help decision makers, making a good use of data visualization techniques and taking the pain to highlight and display key information in a user-friendly way will help ensure that your data gets put to good use. Yes, because your report could just be useless if the end users don't understand. The people that need to make decisions don't really understand what you have presented to them. You need to keep your target audience in mind. Perhaps the most important thing to remember when it comes to visualization, which is very important, keep your target audience in mind. In doing this step, you need to define how the insight will be communicated to your audience, to your customers and decision makers. You need to also put into consideration the best format on how these insights or visualization needs to be presented. Sometimes your user might need or decision makers might need a level of interaction with your dashboards and reports. So you need to be able to carry everybody along when creating your report, when creating your dashboards, when creating any form of visualization you want to present. Everybody, you should not just assume as a techie that everybody understands your presentation. Everybody will understand your presentation. You need to carry the minutest information, relate in a way that everybody will understand, relate in a way that it's interactive. You need to relate in a way that everybody is able to understand your visualization. So we move to the fifth strategy, which has to do with what software and hardware do I need? What software and hardware do I need? From the previous strategy I said earlier, I started by defining what data we need, how we turn the data into value, and how we need to communicate it to the end user. You need to define what software and hardware requirements. Your current data is your current data storage technology right? Or should you implement some level of cloud solution? What is your current analytic and reporting capabilities? Do you need to get a better solution for that? These are some of the things you need to consider, concerning your hardware and your software. Sometimes we might be in an environment where a cloud solution would be the best for us. We might be in an organization whereby we need to enhance our hardware. You need to put all this into consideration because you're going to be dealing with a pool of, I expect you to be dealing with a vast amount of data. I expect you to be dealing with lots of data. So you need to consider, our hardware sufficient enough to handle this volume of data that we are using to answer those questions we have set in place. And if your hardware will not be capable, you might consider taking a cloud solution. These are some of the enhancements you can do. These are some of the strategies you can put in place. Now we'll go to the last strategy, which is what's the plan of action? What's the plan of action? Having identified the various needs above, that we've talked about, now you can say you are ready to define a plan, an action plan that turns your data strategy into reality. Having done all these steps I've stated above, you need to turn your data strategy into reality. Like any action plan, this will include key milestones you are setting, participants, and assigning various responsibility. After creating your data strategy, one of the first steps I expect you to take will be to make a robust business case for the data to the people in your organization. You have to effectively convincing them of the merit of using data and linking the benefits, back to business KPIs. That is very important. Very important. You should also identify training and development needs within the organization and recognize where they might need external help. That is the fundamental and I think the best part of this strategy. You've done all your work. You need to turn it to an action plan. You need to turn your data strategy into reality. Action plans, there must be key milestones and there must be participants because you are not expected. There must be responsibilities. After creating your data strategy, it's not just created and just filed as a proposal and it's kept in the drawer. It needs to be converted to an action plan. You definitely need to ensure that you are able to convince your organization of the benefit this will bring to them. This your strategy is not just a strategy, but it's supposed to, earlier in the first strategy, I talked about what are the goals, what goals you want to achieve. Those goals are like your KPIs. So after you've done this your strategy, you should be able to link it that, with these 6 steps, we are expected to achieve so KPIs in the long term, in the short term, and in the mid-term. Those are some of the things you need to put into consideration. And whatever product you come out with, it might involve you needing to train, it might involve you needing to get resources, it might involve you needing to get professionals, at whatever level you are. Just make sure you have been able to convert the strategy to an action plan and tell them the merits, the importance of how this will help the organization to achieving its overall goal. Remember the strategies we started with? We started with strategy 1. If you want to take down notes, now you can take down notes. We talk about strategy 1, which was what do I need to know, or what business problem do you need to solve? You need to write it down. You need to have goals. You need to have a plan. Then the second strategy was the data. What data do I need to answer this organization, to answer these questions? What are the kinds of data that you need to work with to answer this question? Then we'll move to the third one. How do you analyze these data? How do you analyze these data? That was very, very important. You need to take this into consideration. You need to be able to